I think that there is no issue, and some of these things are possible because of system no too much emotions and some people think it's easily to capitalize on these emotions and become politically relevant. And I think that they fuel this kind of misinformation and disinformation campaign so. Now, Captain, the funny aspect of it all is what can I say? Now, all delete politics from what is happening. Now, what can I say? Now, we have common sensical analysis. Clearly, you see, say, I do almost in Yansabi.
Okay. First point.
Yansaba, Captain. Yati, it doesn't matter where we stand across the political divide. Obiani who are supporting cocaine, and Obiani who are buying by cocaine business. Obetina TV, so and now Obetina baby, I bought a buying number to say, Monkosona Munyo cocaine. It's something. It's unheard of. Everybody will speak against it. But when the situation is not like that, you don't project it for political expediency. Captain, to begin with, John Mahama Baye or on the 7th of January 2025. And 91 days. That is 3 months. Captain, a bang and our capture political power. Now, within the first 3 months, say even though you cocaine just say within 3 months, and even security agencies only set it up in then he will set in motion cocaine business. That is the first red flag that you need to understand. Because Oko police are the only person that has been changed, they are the IGP. Beyond that, all the security architecture, everything is in place. Yeah. And again, Captain, so move beyond that. Within this period now, there has been 3 high-profile cocaine busts in this country. So, abayna all your cocaine, no, sa abayna chi, abayna ninkro for muye cocaine within 3 months on 3 occasions. Does it make sense? Abayna all your cocaine, no, Onua chi ninkro for within a period of 3 months, and cocaine is no more in recent time, no. In recent times, yanchi bisa. So bisa was in the last 80 years, no. Is this something that na cost na ebi mabu omo na egu so. Now within 3 months, no. Obi ye na adwuma na all stay. These are relevant questions you should be asking. Because for the government to confiscate your friends saying that's tons of drugs within this country within this period at this time, no. Clearly, the credit must go to security agencies for doing this particular thing. And then, who your positioner, you pro further. Said Nipa who are behind it, you know, they're the very people we must chase. But to conclude and say, there was suspicious flight moving in the first place, the first bust in their course now, estimation there around 350 million. No? Captain, it was busted on the 4th of April.
That's right.
Your friend said 4th of March 2025 way. Plane now all come was according to Ntim Fordjour way, you know. The first plane landed on the 12th. Spent 13 days and left on what? 25th. But your friend said cocaine or come was no.
Year before the
flight. Before even the flight even came into this country. Maybe that is something people are not or more before the flight came to this country. Then the second one I am made when I buy, you know, according to Felix, or say your friend say or more near my buyer just to assist this one to repair, no, came on the 20th and left on the 25th. Then the second cocaine bust, you know, was arrested. Your friend saying, Koforibi attack the highway. That was on the 2nd or 3rd of April. Captain, and this is even the date in as for what this particular thing. They are highly unrelated in any way. And as Ghanaians, you know, we may be very much concerned about cocaine. Yachi ewo kroma say, you know, na yanka aban na yenhu hawa the persons that are involved, you know. You go after them because so obi cocaine. It doesn't matter whether the person is NDC or MPP. All we know is that the person is a cocaine campaign, and we don't want it, and that person must be dealt with. It's as simple as that. But to try to relate it to an unrelated incident, you have no idea, but rather you are just conjecturing because in some of kinds of I said there was suspicious plane. And nama air cover. Suspicious plane means you are not even sure of the plane. So plane when you're sure, no? How do you even know the content of a woman? The one who said carry cocaine and said carry cocaine. And some of these things who put it up there, you should be factually accurate. And the Abra president show interest, you know, a whole crime manager, because this is his government and they are saying, say, Abayna ban or tongue cocaine. Then the president on social media says, I'm also interested in this thing. And what they accept na ban bra. Never boy, provide all the necessary your friends say information betting boy. I may settle this particular matter. Then you go there and say, na me kasa on behalf of committee. Now press conference not anymore, na committee not anymore. You see, some of these childish politics, you know, I'm sure say we need to move beyond that because, Captain, I'm on fire serious. So what to initiate the geopolitical arena now, share the tensions that are going on. Now how countries are trying to go, your friends say, that domestic way. Now I'm for abandoning the globalization. Now, a choice all your mind want to do near my year. Ebeka wonkwa, what would Donald Trump flashing your friends saying, slapping taxes on countries just like that. And the way a country one position who ye na wodo ho koto nsem bi mu a ho ba kire because in recent times ya na AU at some point is that they blacklisted us because of money laundering kroma ye nyina ye nim 2020 2021 2022 it got to a point your first Ghana embassy account Belgium was flagged say the money laundering. Yeah. All these things happen in this country. You understand? So you can see.
I know what boy and
see. Before 2025. You see, you can seek false equivalence. Oh, you can't buy so people will see it in a bad light. And as for say, I'm for your cocaine business under this way. Bring the fact, we will sit here and speak against it. Say even president no kwa na eton cocaine. Una evidence, bring it. We will chase him out of this country. You understand? Yeah. Because we will not be sitting here and be condoning anything. But why you don't have the fact, you don't have any information, you just go into the public space and misinform people, sell some of these things. At the end of the day, you've been given opportunity to appear before security agencies. You're out there talking nonsense. And then the same gentleman is moving on radio to radio, gallivanting, just attempting to say, I said our videos, sir, or be shown in as a forum. So our evidence, sir. He's moving from one radio. Yesterday, number what care. Maybe me or one of the radio stations. Somehow can see as asabi. Announce be acquire underground investigation or video be or be show this sensationalism. No, sabinyan your political party has lost badly. You know that your integrity is battered. You need to build that trust and confidence. But some of these things, young people in this country are very enlightened. I'm for you, say emotionally charged politics, hippie sentiment, that kind of if you want to caught the attention of people, come out with facts, relevant ones, because any reasonable person be able to say we actually be able to say what be more captain because I buy no buy and already 3 months, you know. Atimiachi high profile if I say cocaine on 3 occasions. Who be say in the last 8 years na yanchi cocaine na kwa hefa. These are questions you should be asking because within a period of 3 months, say yatimiachi and you can't abanya our record when it comes to cocaine. So the Ghana obi anim. Captain Obiani cocaine na era ebi change MV Benjamin na se for no MP yetimiche no a oton cocaine ye jeli ni man kodam and ntin ye yini free. You see these are things we've moved past that particular thing because if you want to do just politics people will come from the other side and they will tend to hold this whole conversation into something different. That partisan this will come in. For me it is not necessary. We just need to look at the gains na ye make it as a country. Security agency Japan and improve for national security. They are doing a phenomenal job by arresting some of these things. And I think that is a kind of commendation that we need to give them and go after government to say we want details. Make sure you prosecute them. Ghana is doing something. But in the situation where one what we do that kind of politics, you know. Class politics are for me. I think that I don't expect a software to be doing some of these things. Somebody who claims Ghana for aniti okruma na manfo su nyansa that nsoro bebrebe gu okruma say. Nipa do no anim nyansa. That is why a lot of people are relevant because let me take you back to UK. Captain na asase we su na po manya ya kanya mesuma na Lydia na ye UK
kwa sorry pa chen
Adolf Hitler kwachi omuku omo se nyankopon tena asema Adolf Hitler beku omunti free na ko eduru Sunday awu park so you see
the youngest doesn't go to the agent
Captain you see tena yet no amanfo depressed among for emotionally, you know. So people are just taking advantage. What I say, the last time I minute your first KKD into the catches, okay, Kurasa, Behuma, maybe Anopa, or saw them, we all saw them, and I saw them, yeah, meeting you, or the Duke of Sorako. When you see such people, you think, oh, Sumyame, they are not on Yamen or some, no. There is a deep hole down their heart. Going to church, you know, is a place I almost go to hide, just to seek refuge. Because on their own, they can't survive. Yeah, and probably some of these people, no, people will ignore them. Now I say that we are a Christian. I'm a Catholic. I know you go to church. We worship God. We pray. You know, our individual ways. But we don't front these things. You understand that? But you see, some of these things we in your mini part. Now you're out there as a public person. You need to live to inspire that trust and confidence. You don't go around throwing some of these things around. Senka obaye. And now enough evidence to substantiate say indeed these are the evidence here, but what we accuse, you know, you're just throwing some of these half-baked fact out there just to seek political saying capitals or whatever. At the end of the day, you know, you forget there is the image of the country and now what is on the line, because in some way there are people who might take it serious and then as a forum, and you can even say and I'm saying check okay me and san Chroma within this short period now. Government should be on the alert. Individuals now we probe for information. Instead of Parliament, you can call the minister to come and answer questions regarding some of these things. You can equally call for swift prosecution of this individual. Sabaya abungusa or minor, quite nim. Now the part of our cocaine within 3 months who are almost 3 or high profile way, you know. That person are working soon is the friend say, does it make any sense?
It is very